What's up, everybody? My name is Michael Choate for Locker Room Talk, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to blow some underwater bubble rings. Now, underwater bubble rings are an art form, so they may be pretty difficult to get at first, but trust me, if you stick with me, you're going to be blowing bubble rings like the pros. But we're not in the appropriate setting right now, so why don't we make our way over to the pool? Much better. Now I can finally get this started. Now, how did I teleport and how am I talking to you underwater? You're probably asking yourself. Well, the power of editing is a wonderful, wonderful tool. But it's time to stop fooling around and get things started. The first thing you're going to want to do before you even go underwater is just take a bunch of deep breaths. You're going to need a lot of oxygen if you want to make the perfect bubble ring, and it might take you a few attempts, so you want as much air as possible before you go underwater. Body position is definitely important when it comes to doing bubble rings correctly. You're going to be naturally buoyant, so when your body goes underwater, it's naturally going to want to come back up. I think the easiest way to solve this, in my opinion, is if you lay on your back and have your knees up. For me, this has always generated a sinking feeling for me. I've never had any problems coming up this way. Now, I'm not saying that this is the only position that works. You can try any number of different positions, just make sure your face is looking up at the surface in your final position. The next step is for people who have a hard time controlling the air that comes out of their nose when they're underwater. I know I'm one of those people, so what I do is I take one finger in each hand and I press it up against my nose. This way, there's no water that escapes and nothing that can get in. So, I'm going to try my best to explain this next part with words, but for those of you who are going to get incredibly confused and are visual learners, just look at what I'm doing right now. I think the best way you can go about it is kind of puff out your cheeks like you have like a big mouthful of water in your mouth or something like that, and then kind of press it out like you're making a puh sound, like I don't know if that really picked up on the microphone that I'm using, but yeah, something like that. It might take you a few attempts to get it. Have some patience. You're not going to get a perfect one every single time because, you know, that's just not how probability works, but if you practice it enough times, I promise you, you will get it right. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you learned something or at least had fun watching me make a fool out of myself underwater. So keep an eye on lockerroomtalk.com for more awesome content that's coming down the pipeline.